Welcome back for a second look at the Prodigy M from Phoenix. We're going to take a quick look around the case that we've taken a couple of things out. Inside the case, we have taken out two of the 120mm fans that come with the Prodigy M. One of them comes in the bottom of the case just here, and another one comes at the back of the case just here. So we've taken these two fans out, and we're going to be replacing them with fans that Phoenix have provided for us, the Spectra Pro LED fans. So put a couple of these bad boys in the case as we keep building. For now, we're just going to take a quick look at where we remove the fans and how much more space it actually provides. So as I was saying before, we moved one from the back here. So this is the rear of the chassis, and you can see here that you've got a little bit more space here now that the fan's been removed. Not that you need that, but some video cards or some CPU coolers would get in the way. The CPU cooler would be about here, so the fan would actually be in the way there. Some people might want to keep the fan off. You don't really need a rear fan these days, or even a front fan. Most of the CPU cooling is going to be good enough. But we are most likely going to be putting in our H80 cooler. Is probably going to have to sit there, and because the CPU is going to come out here, so the cooler will most likely be better suited to be placed there, and then we can place our gigantic 200mm Spectra Pro LED fan. But I don't know whether that's going to fit yet, depending on the power supply. The power supply, I'm guessing, is going to be getting in the way of that, so I don't see how we're going to be able to install that into the case. We might get away with putting the 200mm fan at the bottom, so we'll see how that goes as we get more into building the case. So for now, I'm just going to unscrew this. We can have a better look at how we can actually access the installation of the motherboard and the CPU and the cooler. So obviously there's a couple of screws here that have to be undone once you can actually get them. Of course it gets stuck as I'm videoing. So there's two at the bottom that you can see there, and then there's another two just up here. So 4 screws in total to remove this bay, but this is where you'll probably do a lot of your routing for cables and where you will install your SSDs or hard drives. We're going to be going all flush, so all SSD in the system, which is the way that it should be. Obviously, not all people can afford to do that, but we've had some really great help from SanDisk providing us with a bunch of SSDs, so we're going to go the all flash route because that obviously is the best way. Now that's taken out. As you can see, there's a lot more room to play with, so having this removed is how you're going to be able to get into the case. So you're just going to be reaching in here, the motherboard's going to sit in here. I reckon we're going to be able to put our H80 to the right over here, and we're going to be probably putting up, obviously our power supply can only go on the single spot, we're just going to block this front ventilation, and then I reckon we're going to install our 200mm Spectra Pro down the bottom to give us some serious airflow. Again, that all comes down to whether we can actually get it in and fit it. We're going to be doing that in the next couple of steps. That's about it for now. Just giving you a quick tease. We've already shown you the front in the introduction video. So taking the thing off the top, taking the cover off the top. On the front, you can actually remove this if you need to, for whatever reason, to dust it, because obviously going to have a ton of air going in through here with fans. So we'll just show you quickly how to take that off. So there's 4 little plastic bits that have to be taken off. One up the top, one down the bottom on each side. So this is the first side, and then on the other side we will take that off. If you ever need to do any maintenance to the front, it's actually quite easy to take off. As you saw, it took me no more than 10 seconds. Obviously that's where the 5 1/4 inch bay is going to go, but we're going to be putting in our Recon 5 1/4 inch fan controller. So we're not going to need this that much during the installation. That's the front itself. So a lot of people can either put 2, you can see here you've got space for 2 120mm, so one there and then one there. So you've got enough space to put 2 120s or a single 200mm cooler that you can see in those spots. So again, like I said, you've got 2 120s there and there. 5 1/4 inch motherboard's going to sit here. And just finally, like I said just before, we're probably going to have to put our Corsair H80i cooler here and try the 200mm in the bottom.